This is a HeadGum podcast.
No rap!
We can discuss, give me your truth, it never fails.
We good.
Welcome everybody to another episode of Keeping It Real with
Young Wayne.
I know y'all don't care about this shit, but we just had technical difficulties. And we've asked this man 2 full-blown questions.
Yeah.
So if it sounds like we started in the middle of an interview, fuck it.
Okay.
But we have a special guest in the building. I'm about to introduce him for the 3rd time. It's my good friend from the hit show Bel Air. They just got picked up for season 3. This is my boy. It's Jazz. Looks like Tupac. Jordan L. Jones. Jordan L. Jones.
All right.
Oh man, hey.
All right.
Okay, we've already talked about this shit.
Oh, wow.
We talked about him looking like Tupac.
Yeah.
Yes,
every
we
kid
did.
that grew up in L.A. all look like Tupac to me. Y'all got the same mustaches. That's how you knew y'all moms just fans of. Yeah, look, I'm just getting it out the way.
Yeah, get that out of the way, man.
And first of all, Jordan played my brother
Yes.
on my show Real.
How did that come to happen?
Well, we casted him, Wayne. You know that's how shows work.
Well, let me ask him. I want to ask you. How did this happen, man?
I mean, my experience was, obviously the whole, you do an audition, you do a callback, you do a chemistry read, and all that. And so, quick story, it's so funny that when I did the chemistry read with Rel, Jerry had us, the director, he had me do it so many times, I thought I didn't get the part. Because, for me, I'm being green, and it's like, at the end of the day, he's asked me to do this over and over and over and over again. So I know I didn't get it because I didn't do it right. Long story short, I talked to him and he was like, no, I just wanted to know if you could take direction or whatever the case was. But Real always, vouched for me, wanted me to play his brother. And that was a great experience, man. That was great.
Well, first of all, I knew. Also, is everything okay?
All right, we in there.
Shit.
We good.
When me, Kevin, and Josh and Gerard looked at the tapes, and even when we met you, you just felt like I remember you left the room, and we was like, oh shit, I'm like, yo, that's my little brother. Like he reminded me of a little brother, cause he was like walking around and shit, and didn't leave right away. He didn't know where the fuck he was going. It was just funny to us. He was like, yo, this dude acting like he's literally acting like a little brother. And but I knew right away though, which is really fun. I don't even remember who I thought about for this shit. Really,
All right.
I think it was really probably between you and DC actually.
Yeah.
And but no, Jordan, man, I saw his audition tape. I just knew right away that was it. It was weird because that's how I casted it. Everybody, I handpicked every fucking person that did that show, even from the one-liner people. Every episode, it was me just like, all right, this person. Only time I made a mistake by casting was when I casted that doctor and I didn't watch his tape. I was like, all right, yeah, my bad. I didn't watch the audition tape. I just assumed he got. He was so bad.
Hey, I will say this real quick. I just wanted to say, I've never told you this, but I've always appreciated you. There was one time you were in Breakfast Club, and Charlamagne was asking you about like the casting and the people that he named. He named because DC was, he was a guest star, and so he named Sinbad, Jess, DC, because they were known at the time. But Rel was like, hold on, and I casted Jordan L. Jones. He plays my brother. I never got a chance to tell you this, but I was like, I really appreciated that, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, he didn't think about me at all. And then Rel was like, hold on, no, because we got great talent like Jordan L. Jones, So I just wanted to say thank you, man.
I'm proud of you, man.
Thank you, man.
Just watching you develop from that, because was that your first series regular role?
Yes. I've been acting for like 6 months.
Wow.
And I had done like, I got a couple callbacks. I did Disjointed. It was something with Kathy Bates on Netflix. Couple little guest stars and like NCIS or something. And then that was my first, I was so green.
So you were active for 6 months before this?
Yeah. I started at the end of 2017. I think I got the role. It was like either February or March. Of 2018, and then we started shooting in that summer.
That's crazy.
Yeah,
Dude,
in March.
Dude, that's crazy, dude. Like, you're like a rookie of the year.
And my mom would always be like, this is not acting, right? I'm like, what are you talking about? She's like, no, like the struggle of acting, like going through. And that's always stuck with me. So I was always grateful, for the opportunities that I was given and never took it for granted because I know how this journey.
Well,
could be.
Jordan, I mean, that makes sense about a lot of shit because, I think, you were young. So, like, just the experience and even just getting paid what you was getting paid, like, all that shit. What do you feel like you've adjusted to the most, or gotten better at that you've learned from, like, where we was at with Rail, where you at now with Bel Air?
Saving my money.
You're wild.
During Rail, like that was like you said, that was the first time I had seen that type of money. I was doing all types of stuff, bro. I was going to Vegas. I was spending. I was, full disclosure, I was pulling out cash just cause.
Okay.
Going to Vegas, doing certain stuff, but like I'm the type of person where it's like, you can lead a horse to water, but you can't make it drink. I gotta bump my head. So I did that, and I was fine and everything. Like I've been fine. It ain't like I went homeless and had to sleep in the car or something like that. But it was, I learned a lot of lessons from that. I learned to not take anything for granted. Nothing's promised. I learned that there's people that you meet along this journey that are gonna have your back. They're not gonna have your back. You know what I'm saying? So it's like you have to decipher that. And I appreciate you for that, just for always having my back and just kind of leading me through this.
I got it too with my showrunner. Cause of you, but and I'm always gonna be proud of that moment because, when you're black in this business, like sometimes the way they say things to you, like you should be very like you handed me this shit, nigga. Like no, he earned it. People make fucking mistakes. You're not his fucking father. Yeah. You know what I mean? Like, because I had that happen to me a couple of times where like especially when I was doing Carmichael show, where like I'll get reprimanded, and then they'll get mad at Gerard for not reprimanding me. But I'm a grown ass man. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And shit happens. Shit, if I'm in trouble, motherfucker, I'm in trouble.
Yeah.
But that's what I'm saying. Like, it's interesting because I see your growth on and off camera. You know what I'm saying? Like, even what like Bel Air, y'all are acting, man. Y'all fucking killing that shit.
Thank you.
Which that's what's brilliant about that show too, because to take a sitcom and make it into a drama, I think that's how you do that. I think if they brought Martin back, it should be a drama.
Man.
Like it shouldn't be funny. Like if they do Different World again, make it a straight up drama. If you if you redid comedies and make Good Times into a true drama.
Oh, man.
For real. For real.
And just make it what it is.
That's the only way you could. I mean, I'm biased because I'm in it. But there's a lot of reboots, and I'm not about to say names or anything, but there's a lot of reboots, but they have a stigma, and so you take that stigma away if you completely change the genre of it. Yeah. This is a complete sitcom, multicam comedy, and we take this and make it a drama, hour-long drama, Yeah. And so it was, I think the most rewarding part for me was watching people hate on it before they saw it.
Crazy.
And the comments and everything. And me, short story real quick, like I turned the audition down. Like really short story. I turned the audition down because Fresh Prince is one of my favorite shows. And I was like, what are we doing? You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. So, now we're sitting here and like the show is a good show. And
I love the trailer. You remember that?
Man, that was a great moment for me because I was seeing the comments like,
God.
Morgan Cooper created that.
So this is still his show.
It's still his show.
Yes.
Wow.
That's I met him in Kansas City.
Shit, I was blown the I remember watching that shit on Instagram like, yo, what the fuck is this?
Man, I did the same thing. Like the trailer for us, we were like, wait, what? Because obviously this, like you're in it. But then once you see it, it's different. Mm-hmm. So we've been shooting it, whatever, we hope this look good,
But I remember even before that.
The concept.
The concept trailer.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's what blew my fucking mind. I guess it got to Will and all this shit happened.
Yeah.
But that was still Morgan, right?
Yes.
Yep, and everybody wants. So I was shooting a commercial with a company called Shot Tracker, and Morgan was the director of the commercial. And he told me, he kept giving me direction, right? He was serious. He was like, I got something big coming. And I didn't know what it was, but he showed me like pictures. And then to see it like blow up in the internet like one day, I'm talking. I was getting calls. Nick called me. He like, yo, Ava wants to get it. Oh, I'm saying that Ava wants to meet him. Like people want to meet this guy. Yeah. They didn't know who he was. And then, like you say, we saw the Will Smith stuff.
Well, that's what I love about the show too, because you're not trying to do things exactly like the original show. All. I mean, Jazz and Hillary hooking up.
Yeah,
it's fucking dope. You know what I mean? Like it's just dope. I mean, how's it working with Coco?
Yeah.
It's great. I mean, she's great, very natural. It's phenomenal.
yeah.
No, but she's she's a great actress. All of our scenes are very, very genuine. And I mean, I can't wait for y'all to see end of season 2. Like we. In every relationship there are ups and downs, and obviously you guys are gonna see that. But I think the best part about working on this show is that everybody's so cool. Everybody is a great actor.
I mean, Jazz had some love triangles.
Hey man,
yeah, Coco.
Right. Yeah, man. What a life.
Man,
hey, for real. Hey, and that's the writing. I'm reading the table reading like, oh, shit. But let's get to it. But no, it's been great working with her, man. I mean, and not just her, everybody else. You have
such a great cast, though.
Yeah,
I
for
love,
real.
I love how they've done. Jimmy plays
Jeffrey.
I love what Jeffrey is. Jeffrey's like a fucking cool ass guy, house manager.
Not a butler, house manager.
Yeah, house manager. You know what I'm saying? I love the way they've done with Uncle Phil and
shout out to Adrian.
It's been good, man.
Yeah.
I like when the first season I watched all that shit maybe in 2 days.
Wow, that's love. That's crazy.
That's me. Once I start watching something, I like literally be on set pushing pause in between takes.
Trying to get that in.
That, straight up. And like even this season, I've been, I hit Adrian. Me and Adrian became really cool.
Cool.
And I was texting him the other day actually, like, dude, this show is so fucking good.
Yeah, man.
And then like once again, even the way Jazz has evolved.
Yeah.
I love who Jazz is.
Yeah.
Like, Jazz has to connect to everything. Jazz know L.A.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? He could go anywhere in L.A.
Yeah.
We wanted to see this. Now, like back in the day, I used to cheer for Jazz and Hillary. Now I'm getting to see it. Like you're giving me that, right?
Yeah.
You know
and I love that too. I love that's all Morgan. That's Morgan being like, I know what to keep and I know what to change up.
Yeah.
I know how to throw these little nods to the original, but we're not gonna overdo it. A lot of people always ask me, hey man, so when you gonna get thrown out the house? Well, let's be real. You be a viewer and you look at the situation and you figure out at what point is it comedically we're not just gonna throw me out the house.
They gonna throw your ass though.
They might. I might get kicked out.
You know what's funny? It's gonna be random, but this thing about if you get thrown by this swole ass Uncle Phil,
this nigga's so small, man, for real.
That's to Inglewood. That's so funny too, because it's and that's it's crazy too, and it's like it's I like even all the topics that's hitting on everything. It's especially everything going on at Bel Air Academy, even with Carlton's character, like we see him like spin out of control, like
man, seriously, like a true character arc for him, and Ali, he's we've gotten so close, and I think the funniest part about him is that he's such a good person. He truly is like a good person. Like we're all good people, but he's like a great person. Like one of those people you're like, I can't even let nobody talk. Like that's my boy. Like you know what I'm saying?
Right.
And it's funny about the hatred that he gets, but also him leaning into it. Like he gets so much hatred, and then they'll flip and be like, "Oh wait, we like him now." And it's just funny.
Everybody hated Carlton at first.
Man.
I was like, who picked that little short motherfucker?
Yeah,
I used to be so mad. But then. I love the fact that it was explained why it's that way.
Yeah.
I mean, and it's been done beautifully, too. Because that's what's dope about the show, too. To me, it's showing all versions of black.
Yes, all of them. I say that all the time. That's so crazy about that. I say that all the time.
It's very deep like that. Like, it's like this beautiful marriage of just every type of black. Like, because sometimes, which I hope white people watching the show, too.
Yeah.
So because sometimes they'll box us in as one type of group of people, especially on television. This show has different groups of black people.
Yeah.
I say that all the time. Like just the rich black people, the inner city Philly, going to a new city, somebody knowing the city, having a little road trying to navigate. The influencer woman, like, who's trying to decide, with Coco trying to decide, like, do I, especially in the first season.
That's crazy, too,
like,
the influencer house. Like, I thought that's brilliant, too, to actually, it's weird how many different facets of things is going on in this show. And I think Morgan is brilliant at like letting all these characters have their own worlds.
Yes.
Yep.
And
100%.
that's where it's been fucking. Aunt Viv has her art world.
Yep.
I mean,
I was just about to say that next. Yep.
and Coco's an influencer. The little one, she about to be Miss Militant. I don't know.
Yes.
All that shit. Carlton dealing with the stress of fucking the pressure of trying to be this type of person,
Yeah.
this type of person, which is so funny because you remember the original what Carlton was doing. What the fuck was he doing?
Speed. Yeah.
Which is so. I always laugh at old sitcoms and what was like the drug.
Back then,
Yeah,
hey,
man.
Speed.
You
He
had the
on
little number
Speed?
come on the end. Hey man, if you suffering with speed, call 1-800. Get me out. Recover me.
Not speed.
At the
Everybody
end,
was
that's
doing
a PSA.
They did Speed on Saved by the Bell too. They did some shit. The niggas was dancing off. Jesse was taking speed.
Yeah,
Kinda like,
Jesse. And they both passed out at parties, right?
yeah.
Yeah.
I'm like, man, Speed really must have been going
Yeah,
down.
I guess y'all must have been doing Speed.
Who the fuck? What the fuck is Speed?
Yeah, what is speed?
Lily couldn't tell you.
I
like
did
that.
just Google it.
Yeah,
what is
what is
speed?
Speed?
It's just an amphetamine.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, nervous,
Oh, great.
nervous system.
Nice.
All right.
Yeah.
So, but what is it supposed to keep you up?
Yeah, it's a stimulant. It's used to help people stay awake and energized.
Oh, okay.
Damn, it was an epic.
So it's like cocaine.
Yeah, it's
but like
cocaine.
a less. I mean,
less coke. It's not cooked with a. It's not cooked over a stove.
Cocaine.
It's cocaine.
Cocaine for high schoolers.
You know what's funny? When you
cocaine.
black and watching shows like that in the hood, nobody was doing speed. We was like, what the
Yeah.
fuck is these crazy motherfuckers doing? Speed.
What do you even get
Thought they
this?
was making this shit up.
Right.
I thought they doing
Speed.
speed. Give me some of that speed so I'll go hooping for 24 hours.
Making it up. Speed, nigga.
What the fuck is speed?
A TV drug.
Oh, that's jokes.
Oh, the speed episode.
Gotta have one. Everybody gotta have a
Everybody
speed.
gotta have one. Oh, it's family ties. It's speed. Alex P. Keaton did speed too. Who the fuck else is doing speed?
Oh man. Oh,
White people.
when Urkel was on the roof, he didn't do speed. He was drunk, right? When he was doing Urkel
What?
on the roof.
I don't remember this.
He was on speed.
He was on-
He was.
We can't talk about Family Matters. I mean, you know what's funny? That has to be dark too.
It gotta be.
You know what made me start thinking of that? We did.
Wait, really quick, not to interrupt. Did you see the SNL when they did the Family Matters, like the parody of Bel Air?
Yeah.
Okay, you did. Okay, bet.
Yeah, but see, I love SNL, but they always remixing somebody's shit. And so Key and Peele did that version first. Before them, Friends of the People did that shit first.
Oh yeah, sure did.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And so like it was always versions of making it dark. Like our version, we did the writer's room of coming up all that bullshit.
Okay, I gotta see this. Okay.
Yeah,
I gotta
it's
tap-
fucking hysterical. It's a classic sketch.
We got it up here if we want to.
Okay, for sure. I really want to see
It's
this.
so fucking random and funny. Put Friends of the People Urkel sketch.
Untold Hollywood history. After the first 11 episodes of the sitcom Family Matters, the show had very low ratings and was set to be canceled. What followed is television history.
Okay, all right, fine. If they want to cancel our show after 11 episodes, then I say let's go down in flames.
Yeah. If they don't want the next Cosby Show, 'em, right? I say we drive this entire network into the ground.
Wait, what y'all got in mind?
Look, I was thinking, right? What about a black nerd?
But there aren't black nerds.
No, duh, that's the point, man. So when we add one to this TV show, it'll be so terrible, every executive will lose their jobs too. What? Huh? Genius.
We could put that black nerd in suspenders.
Can we give him a dumb name?
Turkle.
Nah, dumber. Urkel.
Monica.
Yo, step off, I got it, right? Urkel. Steve Urkel.
Does anyone like this?
Yes! Y'all some bona fide geniuses! Steve Urkel? Who thought of that? Was it you, Chris Slater? You? Hot Top? I got my check today, and I cashed it! I'm so happy, man! Woo! Keep it up! We're gonna do a show forever, man! Thank you!
We gotta do something.
But I think I've got it. Our audience loves Urkel because he's an unbelievable nerd. What if we gave him a super cool alter ego?
I'm crying. I'm really crying over here.
Oh my God, y'all some geniuses. First find our count. To red condition. This day and age. I can't stop singing that stupid ass song, man. Keep it up, y'all. Keep it up.
As he drinking.
What about that?
I'm crying.
Y'all ain't say Kelly drinking.
Let's put that wiener in the dress. Nardo Arco? This show has lost no integrity. Someone sit me up. Oh my God! Y'all done outdone yourselves, man! Look at this! Look at this! I am Uncle Bob! Hey, yeah!
Yo.
Bruce Lee Urkel, man! This is it!
Oh man.
Did I do What are y'all doing playing with matches? Come on, y'all. We got money to make. Play with some money. It's the Urkel Show. Doing it forever. We're going to be in the show forever, man.
Crazy.
That was good.
Hilarious.
That was good.
I mean, you know, but that's like, and then, you know, Key and Peele did their dark version of it.
Yeah, I remember that one.
You know, it's fucking, I don't know, man. That's why I think it would make, like, between Bel Air and Cobra Kai, right? Those are two of my favorite shows. The reason why those reboots work is because, like, Cobra Kai is a great example, too, like, they made it more realistic, which is interesting. Like, that karate fight, a kid actually went to the hospital. Like, you can't just have a fucking big karate fight and nothing happen to nobody. Or, like, the wife would be like, why y'all taking karate so fucking serious? What's this karate shit about? And then, like, that's what, and Bel Air, also, too, the style of Bel Air. Y'all's fly as fuck.
Man.
Like, it was, you know what's funny? It was always a fly show, even the old, you know, Fresh Prince of Bel Air. But, like, Bel Air, y'all fly, man. Like, who does y'all costumes?
Queenie's our costume designer. She's great. You know, there's certain costume designers where you're like, this is what I think I should wear. And then there's the other ones where, like, they tell you what to wear and you're like, I never knew I was gonna be this fly.
Right.
Like, you know, and that's for everybody too. We always like have a little competition, like who the flyest on this episode? Like we literally do that, even though it's a joke, but it's, you know, a testament to her and how well she dresses us. Obviously, like I feel like I'm the best dressed on the show. I feel like I can dress in any era, 70s, 80s, 90s, you know.
I think Jazz is the best dressed actor.
There it is.
Even though Uncle Phil,
There it is.
Uncle Phil got,
Yes.
like the best fitted suits. Him and Jeffrey.
Yes, they just,
Yeah.
you know, wear them
Suit's crazy.
things that look like it's about to pop.
Yeah.
the fitted strongman suits. But everybody's fly though. That's what I love.
Yes,
about
in their own way. You
way,
know,
yeah.
everyone is a different character, so we're not dressing the same. Like Will and Carlton's not dressing like me.
Right.
But
Y'all got a hell of a Jordan budget too, because
Man.
Will always got some.
always got some J's.
Yeah.
Which is also it's a quiet thing nobody ever talks about. Even though now we see him like do hustle. At least we know what he's hustling with to get the Jordans. Because at first, like, how the fuck he getting all these shoes? Which I think that's great too. Even the basketball world has been dope too.
Yeah.
Because we forget about it was a time like, you know, especially when the original Fresh Prince. It's like they played with the basketball thing for one little time and then they
Little
just
second.
stopped.
Yep.
Like after he like had a bad game so the old boy could go to college or whatever weird shit he did.
Yeah. Marcus Phipps.
Yeah, Marcus Phipps missed the shot on purpose.
Why do I remember this?
Like, man, you got a kid.
I don't know why you remember that.
That's
that
what's
was
wild.
good.
That's wild.
I think that's so interesting, though, Real, that you say that because obviously, and you know this, like when you're in it and you know the first script you get and then the rewrites and then this and then where it's going now and where it could have went, whatever. You know, us as actors, you know, we're biased, obviously, but we're just like, is this the storyline we should go with? You know, should we go with this whole basketball storyline? You know, maybe the original and they, you know, just, you know, touched on the basketball thing a little bit and then like shied away from it for a while. Maybe that was the formula, whatever. But it's great seeing the reception that we're getting for the plot, you know, with the whole, you know, this whole entire whole basketball plot and even, you know,
I love that shit.
with the blackout, you know,
Yeah.
like that. It's just, even though that's great, when you hear because you're in it and you hear all these other storylines and stuff like that, you're like, man, what if we would have went that one or that way or whatever the case is? But I'm glad to hear you say that.
I think it's
you know,
brilliant.
people really enjoying it, man.
Well, it was crazy because Will was like, in an original way, he was like really good.
Yeah, very.
And then he went to, like, wait, what happened to the basketball scholarship?
right.
Why does he stand in the pool house? He's the best player in Bel Air. Like, it just stopped. You know what I mean?
He was at ULA.
But this one, they're playing with that shit.
Oh, yeah,
and they
for
keep
sure.
it at 100 with it. It even ties to why he left Philly.
Yeah.
Yeah, and that's the truth of the matter. He, and even when he left Philly, he was the best basketball player over there. When he's in Bel Air on a weaker team, of course he's gonna be the best, and of course he's gonna try to get that scholarship.
Yeah.
He has more, in a way, not eyes on him, but it's like if I'm at a weaker school, I'm way better than I was at a better school.
Right.
So I think that plot is, panned out.
What do you want to see, especially with your character Jazz? Where else do you want Jazz to go? Like, where do you would like? What if you can be like, hey, can I suggest this? What is that?
Well, I would say this, and obviously I've thought about this a lot. One thing I love is the Hillary Jazz thing. Love that, so we can keep that. But I would say I want them to dive more into Jazz's life. In episode 4, my mom actually plays my mom in the show, and that's great. And I think what's also number one, the most important part is I didn't actually even get my mom that part. She auditioned for it.
Wow.
And it wasn't like, she didn't have to audition. I didn't, say any of that. She auditioned for it. I said one thing, and I was.
Why you have your mama do all that, man?
Man, she told me. She was like, I auditioned for Bel Air. I'm like, you auditioned for Bel Air? You didn't tell me or anything? Because that's just not how my mom rocks.
Yeah.
So afterwards, I tell, casting director Vicky Thomas, I'm just telling her, like, my mom already auditioned. When you see her, don't worry about a chemistry read or anything. Like, I think that she'll be a great mom.
Okay.
I didn't double back or anything.
Right.
I didn't check in or anything like that. And she ended up getting the part.
Okay.
And that was a blessing. It was a great scene. But I would say for Jazz, that, like, I just want to get more into his life, In the first episode of the second season, we see that, like, Will is living with Jazz for a little bit, but then he goes back to Bel Air. But I personally, I wish that he would have kind of stayed in that area. So you can kind of know more about, like, the South Central, South LA type vibe of Los Angeles.
Yeah.
Of course it's Bel Air, so we're gonna stay in Bel Air. We're gonna be there. But I wish we would navigate Jazz's area a little bit more. That's the only things I have. I'm really grateful and blessed for this opportunity, and my character has, blown certain people out the park. I'm not asking for a lot.
You're killing
I
it,
wish.
though.
Yeah, thank
You're
you, man.
killing it, man. I mean, and that's what I love about the episode with introducing Jazz's mom. Like, we're seeing a whole nother backstory that we never saw.
Yeah.
Because Jazz was this very fascinating and original. Like, we didn't know where he came
He
from.
just kept
where he lived.
popping in the house.
But that's how sitcoms are.
And he was the realest one. Like, that court episode, he just put his hands up. Like, I don't put my hands up. 'Cause I don't know. Like, that shit was just, it was so funny, but so
That's
real.
a funny episode.
And so, like, I like the fact, the way, and I love y'all relationship, man. You know what I mean? Like, first of all, everybody know Coco fine.
Yeah.
And super talented. I watched her
very
perform a
talented.
few times.
Dude,
very
she's
talented.
extremely talented. But once again, I found myself cheering for you when I saw, like, you're like, dang, you got Karuchi.
Yeah.
Hey, bro, I see you, young man.
Jordan's his own sex symbol in his own right, too.
Hey, man.
They going crazy for you.
I didn't even.
April,
I didn't
can you
know.
pull that up, please? Pull that up.
Pull it up.
We've already, don't worry. Jordan, we
I'll be
welcome
on
you.
Twitter. I'll be like, what?
Let's see what's going on.
Of that. Oh, look, I can't even say it's Jazz. Oh. Hey, Jazz.
Jesus, what's she doing?
Fucking delicious.
Where's she watching it at?
Shit, bed.
Okay.
Hey, Jazz.
Oh, this is nuts.
Literally.
Ooh, Jazz.
Yo.
I'll poison you.
She want to poison
Yo,
you.
this is crazy.
I don't know if she love you or want to kill you.
Don't be
I don't know who
jealous,
come out.
Yo, that's crazy.
You never seen that?
I've never seen that. No.
Oh, that's happening.
That is crazy.
Yo, that was on
It was
TikTok.
very uncomfortable, but it was,
I came across that. I was like, oh my God. I was like, not these.
Yeah, this is happening.
I'll be on Twitter. I'll be on Twitter trying to be like, what they talking about this episode, and they do like the women be like, oh, Jazz so fun. I'm not like, I'm just being myself. I'm just trying to do my job, man. But that is a plus. It's great. You know, and
yeah, that's funny, man.
Yeah, it is funny.
Well, the good thing is it's not forced. Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Some niggas be trying to be sexy.
Yeah, like
niggas walking around here, I'm sexy. Like, man, nobody thinks that, sir.
Now you need to send that to Jordan so he can take it to his agents and it's time to start. You model already?
I think they know.
Okay,
Like,
they already know.
they will be like, yo, on Twitter, like, you're going crazy. And I'm like,
I mean, I'm telling you, it's going to the great thing about you having that love interest relationship thing in the show, like, that's going to, like, the movies.
yeah.
They going to start looking at you as that.
He's a little
as that guy.
little romance I can get.
Yes,
in.
sir.
You gotta get what get you some Method Man shit.
Hey, for real, for real. And I think that's one thing that I'm looking forward to because you know what I'm saying I'm really good at comedy. I'm really good at drama, romance. I don't want to be boxed in, so I want to do everything. So that's one thing that I do enjoy about this show because they show me in different facets. Like there's times where like I'm improv and being funny.
Well, let me ask you this: what's your dream role? Like, what's the next? Like, what's the role in your head? Like, do I really want to play this?
Man, you know what's so crazy? I get asked that all the time, man, and I feel like not ashamed, but I just feel weird. Not that I don't know it, but with how my career is going, not that I don't mind. Like me personally, I don't want to do like a corny like horror film or anything like that. But I like not to be cliche, but I want to be like Will Smith. You know, where it's like, he did Fresh Prince, that was his first thing. And they're like, oh my God, he's hilarious. But like this dude, Independence Day, 7 pounds, I can name everything. Pursuit of Happiness, King Richard, Emancipation. Like I can name everything, Bad Boys. But like, I'll keep going.
Hitch.
But like he can play everything. And it's believable.
Yeah.
And that's what I want to do. So to answer your question, I don't have this like, okay, the next thing I want to do a movie and I want it to be an action romance. Like I don't have that. I'm number one grateful and blessed for the opportunities that I get, but like the more different opportunities I feel like is the better. So like, I do want to be a movie star. I feel like I can carry a movie. I want to be the lead in something, but it's not like I want to be the lead and I want it to be a drama. If the next thing that I get, presented is, a lead comedy, then fuck it, I would love to do that. I would love to do a drama, romance, I Am Legend, nigga been in the gym. I ain't Jonathan Majors, but we almost there. we almost.
But you know what's interesting is because when I asked that too, it's like, because for me, it's always about manifesting. Like,
Fair.
it's like literally nothing I want and can't do. Like, it's like, all right, I want to be a villain. Cool. Poker Face pops up. All right, I'm going to do a rhyme thing. I want to play a sci-fi. And it happens. It's literally happened every single time. And so, if you think about it, even Will Smith is a great person with his acting trajectory, but you can tell he's like, no, I'm going to do this, I'm going to do that.
Yeah.
And I think that's the only reason. It's like, you don't have to know for real, but that's the fun thing about what we do. I mean, we're basically just playing all the time.
Yeah.
And so if you know exactly what you want to play, like, all right, this time I want to be this, I want to be that. Because I've had these conversations all the time with like friends, you know what I'm saying? That's in our business. Like me and Daniel Kaluuya, I love talking with him, you know what I'm saying? And you see how he move, you know what I'm saying? But it's like, yo, this is what I want to do though.
Yeah.
And like your trajectory, it's honestly, I was thinking about the Rail cast, not too, because I saw Little Leah at the Macro party.
Yeah.
And I'm so proud of her. She's fucking killing it. I saw Chase doing a bunch of things.
Yeah.
Karate now and shit. He's getting like, you know what I mean? The little Aqua boy is like a cool karate kid.
You got a great eye.
Yeah.
You got a great eye for talent.
It's crazy watching y'all trajectory, and but it's what I knew though.
Yeah.
I knew when I cast it. It's like, nah, that guy's a star. That's the first thing I said. You was in the room. Was you in the room?
Yeah.
I was like, no, Jordan's a star.
That's love, man. I appreciate that.
And we all wanted to make sure. It's so interesting. That's what I love about those guys, Gerard, God rest his soul, Kevin, Josh. Our intentions was good. We literally, you left the room. We want to help his career.
That's love.
You know what I'm saying? Let's give him this opportunity. He deserves this shit. He's fucking good. And so, like, to see you develop, I be watching like a proud big brother. Cause I'm like, damn, he's acting his ass off. Man, it's cool, you know. You get, cause you the generational cute nigga. Like it's like, like Britney them age to like 21. All them little girls. Oh, that's Jordan. So you know that's your shit. You gonna be able to run with that for the next 15, 20 years. You like they Billy D. Williams right now.
I know. No, 'cause even with the stuff that I saw on TikTok, it's like in my mind, you're like, that's like little bro.
Yeah.
And I'm like, wait. I'm like, oh my God.
They think he the sex symbol. I'm like, man,
Yeah.
that is crazy.
Yeah, you that group. It's very. I think one day I don't want to put Britney on blast, and that, but she might have talked to her little homegirls because one of her friends we talk to goddamn much. She don't give a fuck. She's like, I think they was talking about Bel Air though. It was talking about you, and it's just like, oh, yeah, I guess he is, y'all.
Wait, who were they acting weird around set on? Wasn't somebody acting weird around somebody on Rail?
It might have been Jordan. I think I saw it there though. Like I think, but now that it's here, it's like, oh, that's who you are. You're like you're like their crush. Yeah, you that guy now. Shit, that's what it is.
Hey man.
Wow. All right, Jordan.
I'll take it.
Yeah, it's always weird when you got a daughter. It's like, what the fuck? It's just Jordan, man. What the fuck?
Just Jordan.
Just Jordan, man.
Just
Watch
Jordan.
out.
Man. What the fucking relax,
Watch
y'all.
out.
Jesus Christ. Everybody got a mustache. It's just Jordan L. Jones, man. Jesus.
And to think he was only 6 months in acting when you saw his tape or
Just good, good energy though. I mean, that's another thing too. I'm so proud of your mom too, man. She been fucking killing it. Like,
yeah, man.
How does that feel too? You know, like, cause your mom came out here to act.
Yes.
And you know, to see, cause you were part of this little weird, not weird, but like dope group. It was like Taraji.
Yeah.
Like, oh yeah, you know what I mean? It's like this. Look, y'all knew each other.
Yeah, I think that, I think most importantly too is, number one is just all God. I think that God is such a comedian. And the fact that, my mom is a single mother. And my dad left the family to pursue acting.
Wow.
He's an actor in New York right now. The thing is, like, my mom talks a lot of shit about my dad, but my dad is a great actor. He is. But the way God works is that if you don't handle your business and your responsibilities, He's not going to bless you in a way that you feel like maybe you deserve to be blessed. So, long story short, my mom stopped acting when she moved to LA because it was for acting. My dad left. She stopped acting. She started doing all types of jobs, substitute teaching. She was a motivational speaker for a college, Westwood College. She was doing everything to make sure I was in private school and go to Michael Jordan camp and do all these things that we really couldn't afford, but she didn't want me to know that. And then once I graduated USC, then all of a sudden, God was like, okay, you did that. You put your kid through school, college, boom. And then me and my mom started booming. And my dad, in a way, had like this 15-year head start.
Right.
And, I think that is the thing that when I see my mom, like if I'm watching TV and I see my mom commercial pop up, and my friends go like, man, that's so crazy how like y'all both on TV and we just chilling right now, and then like your mom will pop up and then Bel Air pop up, and I'm just like, man, at the end of the day, it's my mom, so it's not like I'm like, oh my God, Mom. I'm not doing that all the time because it's like my mom,
Yeah.
Mom's is annoying. Like mom's is, mom's is mom. So they're like, it's cool. I'm like, yeah, whatever. Like, I'll talk to her later. She gonna yell at me for something. But it is a blessing just to see this coming to fruition and how God really works, where it's like, maybe you want something right now. Maybe you want something in 5 years. I'm not going to give it to you in 5 years. I'm going to give it to you in 15 years and see if you stay the course. And that's what my mom did. And my mom is booming right now. She just shot the 5th season of The Oval. She's on Tyler Perry's The Oval. She was nominated for an Emmy for Young and Restless.
Wow.
And this is all stuff that my mom, these were her plans, but, you just got to walk in faith.
Yep.
And all of it's happening. It might not happen on her time, but it's on God's time.
There you go.
So that's when I see my mom and stuff, I just think about God, because I'm like, man, it's crazy. The struggles and stuff that you went through to put me through school and get me to where I'm at, and it's working out. And it's
she's
a blessing.
killing it. I'm so happy for her. Your mom is one of the dopest people that I've met in this business.
Sure.
And I think, that's what's interesting too. Once again, just going back to Rail, the group of parents that I met, I really liked them. Like, you know what I mean? Like, even Leah and Che's parents. Like, which is why I think we was able to get along like a family. Like, you know, I took all the kids at Universal. You thought they grew up together.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, them hanging out with the kids that's playing them. It's just really fascinating, to be honest with you. It's like, oh, that's cool.
I saw it on IG. I was like, that's cool, man.
That was
that's dope.
Yeah, I remember seeing that as well.
Which is why, like, you know, once again, I'm so proud of everybody. You know, I still very defensive about everybody.
I love that. Always got your back.
Yeah,
for real. Like I don't. You know, Leah was going through her thing, and you know, because you know these racist assholes just feel like black people can't play it. Like, you draw something and be like, well, it got to stay that way. Like, what the fuck is wrong with y'all?
Yeah.
And so when the Percy Jackson show does come out, I'm gonna be front and center cheering for her.
Absolutely.
Because I know she's gonna kill it. And I'm so proud of her. Like, y'all just stars, man, and just the sky's the limit. You know what I'm saying? Like, and then like to see you and your mom on that episode together, it's like, whoa, that is full circle as fuck.
That was, and it wasn't even full. You know, it's crazy because you know you're just in it, so it wasn't even full circle till I saw it last week and seeing how it came about, and I was like, wait, this is low key nuts. Because you know, on set, you know, you just working, and you know, of course, like I haven't been on set with my mom or anything, but you know. She's still my mom. So it's also like, she's saying stuff and like, I'm talking to people, I'm doing BTS stuff. And she's like, wait, Jordan, can you get this off? I'm like, Mom, watch out. Like, you can watch out. Like,
hey,
it's still it
your
don't
mom,
change.
man.
You comb your damn hair?
Yeah.
Damn, we doing background.
Lick her finger, let me see that. Mom, watch out.
Oh, yeah, she gonna lick her. So, wait, hold on. So, your mom and dad acted. When did you realize you wanted to act? Because you said, okay, what'd you go to USC for?
But see, he was hooping, really.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. See?
That's so crazy. It was like, you know, we all have like, you know, in high school I was really good, but like, you know, I had one of those realizations where it's like, okay, am I really going to the league? Like, probably. You know what I'm saying? But I was like a class clown. Like, I was getting kicked out of class, and keep in mind, I went to like this private white school, so anything I was saying was just over the top.
Yeah.
And, you know, at the 11th grade, I went out for my first audition for this commercial for Sports Authority, and I got it. My first commercial.
Okay.
I got it. And that's when I was like, okay, like, I got to be good at this or something, you know? Like, it's like the first commercial, had lines and everything. And I didn't get into USC at first.
Okay.
It wasn't waitlist or anything. I didn't get in. And I went to U of A, University of Arizona, big party school, like all that, like good at basketball. But I knew that I wanted to be an entertainer. I didn't know necessarily if I wanted to be an actor because my mom actually didn't want me to act because she knows the journey. It's like very tumultuous, hard, like journey.
Yeah.
And as a mother, I get it. She's like, if you love anything else, please love
She wanted to protect you.
because I've done this already. And I'm in it right now, you know? And I've been at it for years, you know? And so at Arizona, I remember being at Arizona being like, just so you know, I'm only here for a year. Like, because I'm transferring. I'm transferring to USC. And, you know, kind of like you said, manifesting it happened. Manifested and went to USC. And then in USC, it was like I was doing Snapchat stuff and being funny and doing the comedy stuff. But it was like, it was hard because, like, this is still a prestigious school. So at the end of the day, it's like, okay, you know how auditions are. Okay, you got to audition today at 6 or tomorrow at 8. It's like, well, I got a final tomorrow at 8. I actually can't miss this class.
Right.
So it was harder for me to do that. And then once I graduated, I was like, let me get a job in the entertainment industry. This is really full circle too. And I was a PA at, and this is before Rail, I was a PA at on a show called Home and Family. It was a Hallmark, you know, kind of DIY type show. I was treated like shit. Like people were, you know, just not even on some like, they weren't supposed to do that. I mean, as a PA, that just happens, you know, like, you know, people yelling at you, all types of stuff, crazy, but it was at Universal a lot. And one day, after like working there for 6 months from like 6 a.m. to like 6 p.m., I was like, you know what? I quit. And I'm just going to audition. And like within the first 2 months is when I got like my first show. It was NCIS. When I did that within like 2 months of me signing. Long story short, or, you know, fast forward, when me and Hillary have scenes in the Influencer House, that is where I used to PA, that exact set. I used to clean dishes there, do lockups there. You know, I'm doing lockups, but people pushing me through. Oh, I'm makeup, I can get through anyway. And I'm like, what? And then I get yelled at on the walkie-talkie for letting somebody through because they're messing up the shot. But I'm like, what am I supposed to do? Like, push this white lady out the way. Like, she pushed me out the way. And it's funny, the exact same place, the exact same kitchen.
Wow.
As what we do, me and Hillary do a lot of our scenes. That's the influencer house. So the first time we shot there, I got like really emotional. They're like, let's do rehearsal. I was like, just give me a second. 'Cause this is, I felt how I felt in 2017 when I was PAing here and, you know, washing dishes and doing crafty and doing all these things. And now, you know, I'm one of the leads on a hit show. It was just, you know, it's surreal.
Amazing.
It was surreal.
Wow.
So,
Super dope.
That's crazy, though. Because if you go on a Universal lot tour, the home and family stuff is still. I knew that place looked familiar. Because if you, I go on a tour all the time, so I'm like, oh yeah, this is the home and family. Because they always say the home.
Yeah, they say it.
Family, da, da, da. Wow, yeah, that is that.
Yeah,
that neighborhood.
Yep, that literally over there.
Well, like especially the episode you let her borrow your car. That was over there.
Yes, it was.
Oh man.
Wow.
Yep.
Damn.
I got the eye.
I knew that looked familiar.
Yeah.
That's crazy. Yeah. That's a beautiful full circle moment though, man.
Yeah.
You know,
it is.
It's crazy just like I don't know, man. The sky's the limit for you, brother.
Thank you, man.
And you know, you guys got a season 3. That announcement came like pretty quick, honestly.
It was after the 3rd episode.
Because y'all keep breaking fucking records. You know, Peacock, you know, so I did that show Poker Face.
Yeah.
And it's doing well, but like Bel Air is actually the one that I think ushered people to even start fucking with Peacock.
Absolutely. It was.
And so I'm telling you, it definitely is.
Yeah.
And so that's just dope, man. You know, I believe I don't know, man. I love the fucking show. And you know, I got love for you and you just fucking killing it, man. I want to see Hillary and Jazz get married.
Man, hey, y'all, you gotta keep watching this.
All right.
Keep watching the season.
Oh shit! Okay,
Yeah.
don't say. Yeah. Okay.
All right. Yo, and nothing else. That's it. Man, we appreciate you stopping by, man, showing love.
Absolutely,
man.
I think for real, appreciate you guys. It's a pleasure being here. I've wanted to do this for the longest time. Real, it's like my big bro, man. This is great. I would love to be on again, you know, maybe the next thing I do. But this has been great. You know, it's always easy talking to you, man. You already know what it is.
Well, look, real quick, I didn't even ask you. Are you in the single streets?
I am in the single streets. I am outside.
Hey.
I'm doing. Hey, which camera is mine? Hey, I'm in the single streets. Get at me. I've been dating around.
What's your dream? What's your dream girl?
Oh, wow.
Okay, my dream girl is, you know, I think
is it Coco?
You better combine them.
I'm joking.
I think
Dude,
Coco is beautiful. She's got, you know, things going for her. You know, I think one of the things that I want, especially as you elevate in this career, is somebody that, like, I know this may sound weird, but it's somebody that, like, okay, you want me, but you don't need me. That's what I want.
That's
I want
real.
somebody. I've dated a lot of girls that, like, is waiting on me.
Yep.
If I go do something, okay, call me after. Okay, this. Okay, if I'm doing whatever I'm doing, just say I'm playing 2K.
Yeah.
And I'm on the mic talking to the homies and she FaceTime me, whatever, and I've put her down. I've had a girl who's like just been on like FaceTime just waiting 3-4 hours. And I'm testing her. I want you to, we don't gotta talk all the time. I want you to grind for you.
Right.
I'm gonna grind for me. We come together. You know, I don't want you to be all over me. I'm not trying to be all over you. And I think that happens, especially now with me, just being in different crowds and seeing different women. I'm like, okay, these girls I was messing with, I know that I don't really mess with you. Like, and your journey is your journey. I'm not dissing anybody, but for me, I need you to like.
That's just the
have a
place you
plan.
win though too. Like that's like, you know, because I'm 43. Me and Danella, we go to sleep on the phone, talk to each other. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
What is that?
That's fair. That's
And
fair.
so like, I don't know what that is. This has been the most.
Yeah. Behind me. It was
Like a robot behind my
is that
ear.
a-
Somebody ringing the doorbell. I have no idea what the fuck going on today in the studio. But it's we around each other. But that's where we at. Like, and so,
Yeah.
but it was a time. I remember. Well, even before I got divorced, I liked my space.
Yeah.
I still kind of do, to be honest.
Yeah.
Because I have to tell Danella, I love you, baby, but then she gets so mad. She get like really like not angry, but like if I ain't around enough, the energy shifts. I'm like, oh shit, I gotta give her a hug. or some shit. Cause she's tripping.
But you're right. I guess you're right. It's like where you are. I did that at a point. And the girlfriends I had in the past was like, well, we go to sleep on FaceTime every night. wake up on FaceTime. Like, what you talking about? Like, okay, I'm about to do this right when I'm done. I'm calling.
But see, they got to be busy at the same time.
Yeah,
That's what
I
I'm saying.
want
Like,
you to
it
be
ain't
doing
like
something.
it's just like you just sitting there, like you just sitting there watching me. Because I used to hate that too. Like when I was single, like if you all about my world.
Yeah.
Sometimes I want to get out of my world. Do you have a world?
Yeah, that I can tap into real quick.
See what you're doing.
Yeah.
See what you doing. Let me go where you going. Where you going?
Well, let's go to your world. I'm
Or
trying
like
to be
if
in
you
my
not
world.
respond, I don't mind too. Like I'm the type of dude like I don't mind if you're not responding because that means you doing something.
Yep.
Of course, like I don't want you to be, fucking somebody else or something. You know what I'm saying? Like, but like, if we're in a talking stage or whatever the case may be, and like we not, there's times where like, okay, you go, sorry, I was great. I'm glad you were busy because I was busy too.
Yeah.
You don't have to be all up under me. I want somebody who is doing their own thing. I can be proud of them, and that, like I said, that wants me but don't need me. That's what I'm looking.
Sound like Coco to me, but no. All right.
Yeah, them set relationships, man.
Yeah, that's another thing.
Yo.
All right, look, that was another great episode of Keeping It Real with
Young Wayne.
Special guest Jordan Jones. Thanks for coming, brother. We appreciate you.
Thank you for having
Yes, sir.
me. For real. Appreciate y'all.
Keeping it real.
That was a HeadGum podcast.